real currency is by now, then it ain't looking too good for you. We'll be right back after these messages.
Girls won't admit it, but a shiny ass watch on your wrist gets their attention every damn time. Throw on a Cartier watch and watch how their energy changes. This $50 piece shines harder than a $50,000 Raleigh and will have shorties noticing you before you even say a word. Trust me, when you're iced out, compliments start flying. It's like they can't help themselves. And the best part, you're not dropping racks for this look. Just $50 gets you the watch plus a free bracelet. So you want that attention, that respect, that oh, he's got it like that vibe? Cop yours before they're gone. Because let's be real, a clean fit is cool, but a shiny wrist, that's the flex they'll never forget.
So I'm out having dinner with my girl, and I want y'all to just notice something. There's women, all eating there. Women, all eating there. Women. And let's not forget right there too, because they're everywhere. Oh my god. I don't normally go out, but when I do, I go out with my girls, and I am seeing something, a trend. Girls are all going out with their girlfriends. There's not like one date.
You said, yeah, but why would I want to be with a bum, right? Mm-hmm. Say that again. What did you say?
Why would I want to be with a bum?
How come no man in this room has ever said that about a girl they dated? Because you're all gold-digging skanks. We're romantic. We'll take a bum McDonald's worker. You couldn't do that. No woman's ever done that. You guys date up, we date down. That means every ex-boyfriend you've had was better than you. That's why you let him hit it. Because you guys date up. So you f***ed up a lot. Could you marry a Burger King employee?
I won't do that.
Could any girl here do it? Has any girl in history ever done it? You're all dirty gold diggers. Admit you're scared. And you know what's funny? That's the point. You abandoned him. Why did you abandon him?
I need someone financially at my level
A leader.
or higher.
But what if you're married
But
a leader?
how come the men here don't mind if she's a bum? Because we're the romantic gender and you guys are of the devil. You don't even get God without a husband.
You know, one thing I will say is you gotta understand that at some point you can't get stuck on either side if you're looking at the bigger picture. It's easy to get caught up in some of this stuff if that's all you're looking at, or you know this is what you keep coming across. But at the end of the day, there's I hate sounding like everybody else when I say certain things like this, but agenda to really, I don't believe to just simply sever the bond between men and women. I don't think that's the real goal. I think the real goal is to make more men or single households pushing everybody into the District 9 and the Hunger Games, where everybody would rather try to do this grind thing solo before they wind up, you know, finding a partner, spouse, whoever the case may be, companion. And yeah, I just think teamwork in general, as far as moving through this system, is what the real target is. I don't think that the real agenda should be having men and women fight, but if that is the case, that also works better into population control, etc. That's a whole nother topic. But yeah, going into some of the stuff that was said, I think the dude was kind of being a little extra towards the end. I get what he's saying and where he's coming from, but that also works a lot of ways on the other side as well, where if women is also dating women that's not in the matrix, of course, there's a thing that they have to deal with men that's also in the matrix, because I feel like women like that are still stuck in the matrix. We can also depict and show that there is women that, you know, they willing to build with you, willing to, you know, do whatever the case may be. But yeah, is there some truth to that? The majority might not be that way. Possibly, you know. Some women love to say, oh, that ain't real life. You step out in the real world, that's on the internet. But if you on a dude perspective, you probably came across more of these type of women that's in that room. No, not the OnlyFans or, you know, these motherfuckers that got millions of dollars, of course, but women that with that mindset, that thinking that, yeah, I can't date you know, a Burger King worker, whatever the fuck, you know, that was said, or marry one. I don't think no dude in his right mind wants to be working at Burger King for the rest of his life or long term, whatever the case. But people gotta understand, see, that's the matrix thinking. People stop at this dude works here, or this woman does this, you know, work this place, but what is the circumstances? We also have to look at circumstances that dictate a lot of things. So the main thing I'm saying is women will have to come across dudes that's in the matrix that also believe certain things that they should be able to get away with based off of their status. Meanwhile, us men gotta deal with women that believe or they be so materialistic, or they, you know, they need to have this, I don't know, these mega million dudes or whatever the case may be, or you're a bum. That's why I think that term bum is so, I don't know, it's just so universal, so loosely used. A lot of stuff in this generation is loosely used and it's easily tossed around, but at the end of the day, you gotta know that you can't play the game. That's all a part of the plan. I got a whole nother thing I will go into about when you're out of the matrix, especially if you're dating. I don't think a person that's out of the matrix should be dating somebody that's in the matrix unless that person is open-minded and they could possibly be brought out, or they can come to understanding. I think that's on both sides. Once again, I don't fall on either side of a gender war. I obviously can see both sides in the bigger picture. Obviously, I see what men do and what women do, and there is ratios. Like I said, I never argue all. I only argue percentages. So there is some things that dudes might do more, just in the vice versa, you know. And that's as simple. Whenever somebody is sitting there saying, "No, this is men's nature or woman's nature," whatever, you really got to watch them people and side-eye them, because they are running into the same person on that side a lot, or they only had it a few times and they already got a little bit of vitriol, you know, / hatred towards people that's already, you know, that part of the gender. Simple as that. Or that's the only thing they notice, or that's the only thing they pick up about that gender. Some things are gender specific, you know. I believe that to a degree, but not in a sexist way, you know, not in a way that it's aimed to feel like somebody is to get over. I don't think that was never the natural intent on this planet across the board. So yeah, I'm saying all this to say, if you in the matrix, you have to be out of the matrix in order for you to have a happy, fulfilling life in this system. And how they run this stuff in this system is set up in a way to have you thinking that being a workhorse, a work slave, or what they would call a wage slave, that it works to their best benefit. You eat, work, die, and you off their plantation. They really don't want to see you enjoy your life. And I also understand this is, after you come to a certain point of wisdom and knowledge, you start to understand why there is a thing as secret societies. When you understand the esoteric and symbolism, we have to bring all this into this, because honestly, that's where a lot of this is stemming from. And when you understand that, you understand how they are also controlling people in general, but also just the masses. So going back into it, this is how they even target, like I said, with the, well, I ain't say this, speak on the, you know, the watch thing yet, but even they making commercials about attracting women with watches. Most likely fake watches, but still, it don't matter whether it was real or not, diamonds or not, you know, gold, platinum, whatever the case. That's made for a certain demographic, a certain people. Well, obviously people that's in the matrix. People that's out of the matrix, that's not materialistic, that's not gonna work. And once again, when you can find something on both sides common, then you know somebody scheming something. You can find women that give two fucks about your money, etc., that would be willing to build. Now, granted, are those women are most likely hard to find? Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's probably, you know, low-key needle in the haystack depending, especially if you grew up in age, it's probably become way more needle in a haystack, because some people look at finances as a way to pretty much kind of judge somebody on their lifestyle, I guess. But if you are not that type of person on either side, man or woman, which I think he also has a point. There's more dudes that don't care if a girl working at McDonald's, Burger King, whatever. Dude can have all the money in the world. Most dudes, and then that'll be, once again, people would love to bring up the exceptions. No, I know a dude da da da, or I know a few dudes, or my brothers don't, or my cousins don't date women that's not third. They gotta be, boss chicks or women that got da da da. There's gonna be 5% that's doing the complete opposite of the 95/90%. That's just what it is. And when them people like to bring up exceptions, you have to tell them, when you walk out in the world, where how many of those people are you gonna come across on a daily basis? How many of them people can you come across in one day? That's not about to happen. So once again, arguing percentages, that's just the main thing when I'm saying through all this. And I just think it's good that sometimes as people outside of the matrix, we look back in there and we observe this kind of fuckery. This kind of fuckery that's going on in there, because man, if you in there, then you got to think like you about to go slave your soul away just to gain these things, just to try to prove a point, or you're going to be arguing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Trying to change people that they have to come to a certain part of wisdom, a certain part of knowledge before they even get out of that, thought process they in. So yeah, I just want to come in and say that. I am going to try to stray away from more of these dating topic type of things, because I don't want to seem like I'm just all about dating. That's definitely not me. I'm all about the esoteric and symbolism. Got a lot more stuff to talk about. I did kind of want to talk about a few more topics, that's been going on in the news or whatever the case may be. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what I pick up. But when I come across some of this stuff like this in my, YouTube shorts or whatever the case may be, it get me thinking a little bit. It just get me looking at it, and I just be looking like, I want to get my little 2 pennies in on that. And in my head, personally, my personal view, I just be thinking it's stupid. It's dumb. When men say, when you got a podcast of dudes saying one thing about most women / all women, or vice versa, women saying, oh, dudes doing this, like there's this whole thing going where men is dangerous, you can't trust them, you got to protect yourself, men bad, they they rapists, whatever this and that and the third. Once again, that's going back into the racial thing. Would they be right to say that men are doing, it's predominantly dudes, when you look at a case that is predominantly going to be men that's doing the forceful, we talking about the forceful rape word? Yeah, I think that's something to be, you'll be stupid not to, realize that. But it's not majority of men just in general, if that makes sense. When you look at those cases, if you was to, put your hand in the hat and pull out, hey, this case, is it going to be a dude that's doing that? Yeah. That's just percentages. That just might be the way it is for that. But also, on the flip side, you have women that's probably more, I think, personally pedophilish. They would probably do something more. It's just sneaky, and it's more accepted if a grown woman do something with a younger male or anything like that. So it's just, you gotta watch the way shit get played, and what's always on display. Because what's always on display is something that's working towards the system, and it's not really gonna work towards the benefit of people in general. So with that being said, yeah, man, I'll drop another one. Don't know what the next topic might be, but like I said, I'm gonna try my best to stray away from these type of topics, because I don't not get stuck in a dating niche at all. I do got other interests, other stuff I would like to point out about the system. So with that being said, stay tuned, stay locked, stay messing with it. And this Red Drakey Drake, I'll catch you on the next one, man.